Ever bitten into a warm chocolate chip cookie? Enjoyed a refreshing popsicle on a hot day? Or crunched on a salty potato chip? These iconic treats feel like they were perfectly planned. But their origins are surprisingly messy, delightful accidents. Get ready to uncover the tasty tales behind some of your favorite snacks. Imagine running a popular inn known for its delicious food. That was Ruth Wakefield in 1938, the owner of the Toll House Inn in Whitman, Massachusetts. She was a talented baker, always looking to create something new and wonderful for her guests. One day, while preparing her famous butterdrop new cookies, she hit a snag. She realized she was out of the baker's chocolate. She usually melted into the dough. Thinking quickly, she grabbed a Nestlé semi-sweet chocolate bar instead. Ruth chopped the bar into small pieces, expecting them to melt completely and blend smoothly into the cookie dough during baking. It seemed like a reasonable substitution at the time. She mixed them in and popped the dough into the oven, anticipating her usual result. But the chocolate pieces didn't melt as she expected. Instead, they softened just enough to create delightful, gooey pockets of chocolate throughout the cookie. The texture and flavor combination was completely unexpected and utterly delicious. The moment she pulled them from the oven, she knew she had stumbled onto something special. The aroma filled the kitchen, a mix of buttery cookie and melting chocolate. Her guests at the Toll House Inn were the first to try them, and they were an instant sensation. They quickly became known as Toll House cookies, named after the place where they were born. Word of these unique cookies spread like wildfire through Massachusetts and beyond. People couldn't get enough of the crispy edges and soft, chocolate-filled centers. The timing of their invention also played a significant role in their rise to fame. During World War II, soldiers from Massachusetts who received care packages containing these cookies shared them with servicemen from all over the country. This simple act of sharing introduced the chocolate chip cookie to a national audience, cementing its place in American culture. Recognizing the immense popularity, Nestlé approached Ruth Wakefield in 1939. They struck a now-famous deal. Nestlé would get the rights to print her original recipe on their semi-sweet chocolate bar packaging. In return, Ruth received a lifetime supply of Nestlé chocolate and a symbolic $1. This partnership was brilliant. It made the recipe accessible to home bakers everywhere, directly linking the cookie's success to Nestlé's chocolate. Millions of people could now recreate the magic of the Toll House Inn in their own kitchens. In 1940, Ruth Wakefield published her cookbook, Toll House Tried and True Recipes. Naturally, the chocolate chip cookie recipe was prominently featured. The book became a bestseller, further solidifying the cookie's status as a beloved classic and a staple in American baking. From a simple substitution born out of necessity, the chocolate chip cookie became a global phenomenon. It's a perfect example of how a kitchen mishap can lead to a culinary masterpiece enjoyed by generations. Every bite tells a story of innovation, sharing, and pure, accidental deliciousness. Imagine being a curious 11-year-old playing on your porch on a cold night. That was Frank Epperson in San Francisco back in 1905. Like many kids, he was experimenting, mixing things, just to see what would happen. On this particular evening, Frank had mixed sugary soda powder with water in a glass. He had used a wooden stirrer to mix it all together, as kids often do. He got distracted and left the glass with the mixture and the stirrer still in it on his porch. That night, the temperature dropped significantly. San Francisco nights can get surprisingly chilly. The cold air worked its magic on the forgotten glass. The next morning, Frank made a fascinating discovery. The sugary water mixture had frozen solid around the wooden stirrer. He pulled it out of the glass and realized he had created a frozen block of flavored ice, conveniently attached to a handle. He had essentially made a handheld ice treat, a frozen lollipop. He initially called his invention the Epsicle, a playful combination of his last name, Epperson, and the word icicle. It was a simple, fun creation, born purely from chance and cold weather. For years, Frank made these frozen treats for himself and his friends. It was just a fun, homemade snack. It wasn't until much later, in 1923, that he decided to do something more with his childhood invention. As an adult, Frank Epperson patented his creation. He saw the potential for this simple frozen treat at the urging of his children, who affectionately called them Popsicles. He changed the name to the catchier and now iconic Popsicle. He began selling popsicles to the public, starting at a California amusement park. They were an immediate hit, especially on warm days. People loved the refreshing taste and the convenience of the stick. During the Great Depression, Frank came up with a clever idea to make his treat even more accessible. He introduced the double-stick popsicle kit. This allowed two children to share one popsicle for the same price as a single one, making it an affordable luxury during tough economic times. The popsicle's journey, from a forgotten glass on a porch to a patented, mass-produced treat, is a testament to the power of observation and seizing an opportunity. It's a cool, sweet reminder that sometimes the best inventions are happy accidents. Our final accidental invention takes us to Saratoga Springs, New York, in 1853. The setting is Moon's Lake House, a popular restaurant known for its food, including fried potatoes. The chef credited with this invention was George Crum. The story goes that a particularly finicky customer was dining at the restaurant. This customer kept sending back his plate of fried potatoes, complaining that they were too thick and not crispy enough. He wanted them thinner and crunchier. George Crum, perhaps feeling a bit frustrated by the repeated complaints, decided to take a different approach. He didn't just slice them a little thinner, he sliced them extremely thin. His intention, according to the popular legend, was to make them so thin and crispy that the customer wouldn't be able to eat them and would stop complaining. He fried these paper-thin potato slices until they were incredibly crispy and golden brown. Then, just to be extra sure, he seasoned them heavily with salt. He sent the plate out, likely expecting the customer to be annoyed or give up. But the plan backfired in the most delicious way possible. Much to Crum's surprise, the customer absolutely loved the ultra-thin, crispy, salty potato slices. He found them irresistible. Other diners at Moon's Lake House saw the customer enjoying this new creation and asked for them too. The Saratoga Chips, as they were initially called, became an instant hit at the restaurant. They were a novelty, a unique and satisfying snack. Initially, Saratoga Chips were a restaurant specialty, but their popularity couldn't be contained. In the late 1800s, entrepreneurs began to see the potential for selling these crispy delights beyond the restaurant walls. Companies started forming to produce and package potato chips for grocery stores. Packaging was a challenge though. How do you keep thin, crispy chips fresh? Enter Laura Scudder, a businesswoman in California in the 1920s. She developed the idea of packaging potato chips in sealed wax paper bags, which helped keep them fresh and prevented them from being crushed. This innovation was crucial for mass distribution. While many contributed to the chip's spread, Herman played a pivotal role in making them a national phenomenon. He built Lay's into the first truly national potato chip brand, bringing the crispy, salty snack to households across America. From a chef's attempt to annoy a customer, the potato chip became one of the world's most popular snacks. It's a crunchy reminder that sometimes the best innovations come from unexpected places, and even a little bit of culinary mischief. Isn't it amazing how some of our favorite foods came about by chance? These stories show that sometimes mistakes can lead to delicious discoveries. The next time you enjoy a chocolate chip cookie, a popsicle, or a handful of potato chips, remember their fascinating, accidental origins. Which accidental treat is your favorite? Share this video with a friend and tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tasty history.